The match dimension tool. There's two different ways we can do a match for a dimension. So let's say I had existing dimensioning that was out here. Let's say I have this dimension that has my primary and secondary units. I got this dimension right here, which is actually a medium dimension. And over here I got one that's a large. And these other two right here are still medium, but one of them has secondary units. And I want to match that dimension style so the next time whenever I dimension something, it's going to look just like one of these. There's two ways I can do it. One way is I can come up to my dimensioning tools, and there's an option underneath this little down arrow that says match dimension attributes. And what that will do is match the attributes of that particular dimension. You know, the arrow size, the text, the extension lines, the dimension lines, and all those other attributes. Or another way that you can do it is underneath the Home tab, you can come over here to your Smart Match tool and you can load up this way. And what that will do is it'll load up not only the dimension attributes of it, it'll load up the physical attributes of it also to match it for like your level, your color, your style, your weight, and other physical attributes about it, just like what it's shown right here. So that's just two different ways you can do the match of a dimension for the style of it. If you want to match just the dimension styles, you'd use the match dimension tool. If you want to load up the physical attributes about it also, you would use the Smart Match. That way it loads up the physical attributes of it also for the level, color, style, and weight. I already have those loaded up, so I'm not going to worry about that for this example. But if I come back over here and I select the one that says match dimension attributes, thing that it's going to say is identify your element that you want to match. So let's say I want to match this dimension right here, and the next time I want to dimension something, it's going to look just like that. So if I select that, and now I come back over here to my dimension tools, and I'll just use my dimension linear, it should have that particular dimension style loaded up. And now if I come in here and I try to dimension something, it's going to look just like that dimension. Or if I go back to my tool here, I go back to my match dimension, maybe I want it to look like this large text without the secondary units. All I would need to do is simply left click on that, and then the next time I come up here and use one of my dimensioning tools, and I'll use the element dimensioning this time, and I select it, you'll see that it's going to be that large dimension. So that's the demonstration of using the match dimension attribute tool to match dimensions that are already in place and load up those attributes about it. And then applying those to either existing dimensions, or you could apply it to new dimensions that are being placed. Now if you're going to apply them to an existing one that's out there, simply come up here, use your match. Like what I'll do on this one right here, I'll match this one. And then simply come up and go back to your tool and use the change, and then you simply identify the one that you want to change, left click on it, and then it'll apply those attributes accordingly. So that's where you can use the match and the change dimension attributes with each other. So that's the demonstration of using the match dimension attribute tool.